So, inspired by Full House the Musical, which I saw in New York over Thanksgiving, starring Perez Hilton, which at that theater previously they'd done Bayside the Musical. Sorry, I missed that one. I don't know who starred in that one, but we all know I love me some Mark Paul Gosselaar and I hate me some AC Slater. So, anyway, we've been inspired to come up with the shows we think should be made into stage musicals. I'm going to start with what I think is the most obvious choice, and that is Smash, because I've been really irritated that they haven't taken that to the stage. I know they did like a one-night only charity thing in New York, but it like wasn't recorded. It's not online. If you didn't live in New York, you couldn't see it. And that whole thing was about this like really fun Marilyn Monroe musical, and I want to see it.
Yeah.
I want to see that Marilyn Monroe musical. And I want to see Megan Hilty as Marilyn, because I really did actually like her better as Marilyn than Katharine McPhee, because I'm not a huge Katharine McPhee fan. I voted for Taylor Hicks.
What? It's okay. It was the salt and pepper hair that did it for you, wasn't it?
It was. All right, so go on with your first choice, Ash.
Mine for sure. That's hard. That's a hard one to top. But I'm going with one that actually has received a little bit of renewed life recently, and I'm saying Gilmore Girls. I would love to see the stage musical of Gilmore Girls. I mean, it's like one of the funniest, best ensemble pieces that I have watched and got addicted to in recent years. So, and I can just see kind of the setting of how it would go out on stage. It'd be like Luke's Diner and the gazebo in town and the Dragonfly Inn and just all the antics of all the townspeople. And since they talk so fast in that script anyway, I feel like you really get to see
cram a lot in.
You cram a lot into those 3 hours, maybe like an entire season. And I would be standing in line, ready.
Well, and I have a song for you.
I'm ready.
I think that in one scene, Lorelai will be either talking to Rory or the friend Melissa McCarthy.
Dookie.
And right? Is that Melissa
Dookie.
McCarthy? Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So she'll be talking to them about, oh wait, I think I have these feelings for Luke, and the song she busts into is "She's Got the Luke, She's Got the Luke." Okay.
Showing up to be cooking in my book. And
in my booth.
Says it.
In my booth.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's even better. But that works because Suki was the cook on the show. It's a duet. Oh, I would be in.
All right. So my next one, this should be no surprise to anyone, is Friday Night Lights. And I've got some stellar songs. There would be an original song that I can't tell you, how it would go because I'm not a songwriter, but it would be called Texas Forever. Duh. There would be a song where Layla is singing, I will follow Tim wherever he may go. Okay? There's got to be a song of somebody on the bench where he sings Put Me in, Coach.
Oh, yeah.
And then my favorite is at the end, like when they come out to take their vows, since we all know that FNL is almost like a love song to Austin, even though it takes place in East Texas.
Yeah.
But when they come out for their vows, it will be, everything is Austin. Everything is cool when you're part of the team. I thought this through.
I know you did. I mean, I would have expected nothing less. I actually think you've thought this through more than the people behind Full House Musical did.
I agree.
That's a good one. I would stand in line for that one as well.
Okay.
I'm going, actually, ironically, or coincidentally, I just realized my second choice is Dukes of Hazzard. And that was actually shot and shared a lot of the same set and lot space on Warner Brothers as Gilmore Girls.
It's true.
So apparently that area just I guess was just a hotbed of theatrical activity in the making. I mean, what's not to love? There would be Daisy Duke. It would basically, I think they've done it. It would be called, it's like Hee Haw. Honestly.
And you would really have like a built-in soundtrack because you've got
the good old boys.
Well, and then you got the horn of the car, which would be like the recurring I wish I was in the land of cotton. Like you got that going on. And then I gave it a little like 2 minutes of thought when you mentioned it. And
wait, I have to ask you, did you actually know that Land of Cotton song before you moved to South Carolina, or was that part of the ingrained part?
I did. I did a lot of singing and dancing as a child. I know a lot of songs.
You learned it from Shag.
It's true. That probably is how I know But then I thought there could be like a really dramatic scene. We have to like modernize this, okay? Since it's going to come to stage now. So, there's a song in Les Mis. It's like, bring him home. But instead it's bring it down. And it's about the Confederate flag.
I'm so glad you went there because I was like, this thing would be so incorrect at this point. Could it even make it to stage? I don't know. I mean, I've seen Book of Mormon. That's up there. So,
That's true. Avenue Q.
Yeah, I think we got it.
Get away with a lot on the stage.
Perfect.
All right. Okay, my next one is one that I thought you were gonna pick, and I only came up with 2 songs for this one, but I feel like there's some storylines there. Boy Meets World. And like I said, only 2 songs, but I'm sure we could come up with more if we put our heads together. But the song My Sharona. It would be My Topanga.
My Topanga.
Exactly. But here's the best. So for some reason, in some scene, Feeny would get stuck in a bottle, like AKA like Genie style. And it would be, I'm a Feeny in a bottle, baby. Come on and let me out. The stretch, I know.
No, I knew where you were going. That's why I was like, oh no. Like, pattern's full. That's fantastic. I also like that yours flows very well. These are like seemingly weaving right into each other because you're right. I didn't pick Boy Meets World. I did, however, pick another childhood coming of age show that starred the other Savage. I went with Fred Savage and the Wonder Years.
I love it.
Oh, I love the Wonder Years, and I absolutely adore Fred Savage. As it turns out, as an adult too, he's really good on Grindr, and I mean, I loved him, but more so, I loved that show, and I just think it was such an amazing soundtrack at the time of all that music of that age. So you can see how they would almost just kind of keep it like it was in a time capsule and just pick it up and put it right on the stage, and it would be like awesome. I mean, Winnie and Kevin and the teen angst and the music behind it and the grumpy dad.
Speaking of teen angst, only one song came to mind immediately, I think it's because I'm in a Christmas spirit. But instead of "Oh Christmas Tree," it would be "Oh Puberty, Oh Puberty."
I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that. That's funny.
Hey. All right, my next one is I
kind of want you to continue with that song. Okay.
I don't have any more lyrics than that, unfortunately. But I'm sure it would take me long to come up with something cheesy.
Put it on your to-do list.
My next one is one that I'm surprised hasn't been done, and I'm sure it will be before too long since it takes place in New York. But it's Sex and the City. Yeah. So I have a couple of songs that have tunes, a couple of songs that don't. I think there should be a song called "That's Why He's Called Mr. Big." And maybe the song could be Mr. Big Stuff. Who do you think you are? I mean, that would totally work.
Who do you think you are? Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it could also be Hey Big Spender, but that's not as exciting. This one I don't have a tune for. This is another original, like Texas Forever. The One Ball Dilemma for when Steve has to lose a ball. I thought that'd be a good one. There was an old woman who lived in her shoes, which was an actual episode.
Oh, that's funny. I forgot that.
I came up with a better song for that. In Grease, the Freddie, my love. Well, that's from the stage version, not the movie, but Manolo, my love. So there's that. And then the best, you can't do Sex and the City without the Post-it scene. And so after the Post-it, when she's like at bed and she's like, he broke up with me on a Post-it, and she like freaks out. She breaks into signed, sealed, delivered, up yours.
Up yours.
Uh-huh.
Dude, I mean, that's fantastic. Actually, when you said Mr. Big, I really thought you were going with like early 90s, like acoustic ballad, like I'm the one who wants to.
I definitely thought of that one. It could be I'm the one who wants to be with Big. We could definitely do that. But that's by Mr. Big. That's not the name of the song.
Yeah,
I had the same thought, though. I'm with you.
I like it. Good. Obscure one-hit wonders.
Next up.
I'm going with another Mr. Big Shot. I'm going with Mad Men, the musical, the musicale. Why would it not be? It's like completely inappropriate workplace antics from the 60s, like secretaries and skinny skirts up on desks, legs a flipping.
Yeah, you see some good dance numbers for sure.
Oh, fantastic. Like hopping over the desk, John Hamm-esque, like slick haired dude. Tell me you've got an inappropriate song for this one.
Yeah, well, it's not really inappropriate, but what came to mind immediately was from Chicago. You know how it's very like jazz and liquor.
Come on. Yeah.
Yeah, so you definitely got to have some of that. Maybe it's like smokes and liquor instead, or sex and liquor. I don't know. I see it as like, there was an SNL skit. I think like it was Catherine Zeta-Jones, where like she's like very like theatrical at a party, and she's like dancing around like jazz and liquor, and that's what I see.
Oh my God, I have one.
Yes?
Yeah, kind of. Like, come on, babe, why don't we paint the town and all those ads?
Hey, good job, Ash. This is why we're friends.
I know. Oh, God, that was good. What else you got?
My final one, I feel like I've already started working on, The Walking Dead. Because who doesn't love dancing zombies?
I mean, it's bound to happen.
And I already started with the I Want to Be Like Carol song.
It was a good one.
So I've already started. There definitely needs to be an original Where's Carl song.
Where's Carl?
Right? There's got to be an ode to Daryl's hair, which I was thinking maybe like the flow it, show it, long as I can grow it from like hair. Like we take like a whole hair and his hair keeps changing in the scene maybe. And then my favorite.
His hair is, by the way, starting to look like when Flowers in the Attic, when she got the blunt haircut by the grandmother, and it was like so.
Well, he is out in the woods, like probably using a knife, so
maybe fair.
That's one of the things on the show that's actually accurate.
But meanwhile, Carol's hair looks amazing.
It does. But she's Carol. My favorite song would be at some point, like, you know how Rick can be a total pain in the ass, but then all of a sudden everybody loves Rick because like Rick's our leader. So it's, oh, Ricky, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Ricky. Hey, Ricky. That's what I got.
Oh, my God, it's so good.
Oh, and there has to be a look at the flowers scene, obviously.
Look at the flowers, Lindsay. Just look at the flowers. And a whole romantic nod to pudding. Imagine.
Oh, yeah, that's a good call, too.
Just Coral up on stage doing a whole
and it's like,
solo about pudding.
Eat it. Yeah, I like it.
God. Well, speaking
We're down to our last pick.
Yeah, nice tee up. Speaking of making meth in a trailer. Oh, you didn't say that at all, did you? But that is my last pick. I'm going Breaking Bad, the musicale. Because again,
really, the subtitle would be Meth the Musical.
Oh, that's good.
Based on the storylines of Breaking Bad or something like that.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. No, his name.
Kind of like Menopause the Musical.
Heisenberg. His name. He had an alter ego. His and it was the guy in the fedora. I'm sure you've seen the pictures. I know you haven't seen the show yet, but it's like if you look it up, it's like him, this very haunting like profile image of him in a fedora because he had this alter ego of sailing and his name was Heisenberg. So I feel like it's like Heisenberg the musical. But I mean, you can just picture, God, it could be even just a one-man show, honestly. And it would
True, he could totally pull off a one-man. It has to be Bryan Cranston. But yes.
Oh, it's absolutely. No one else can be Walter White in my mind. But it's like between the meth lab suit and then the like tighty-whitey underwear in the middle of the desert with the trail. You can picture the RV pulled up on stage and him like cooking meth in this lab and singing about it. And I would be...
For some reason, when you said Heisenberg, I got like the producer song "Springtime" for Heisenberg and not Germany, but something.
That's good because I really thought that you were going to say either like that Haley Eisenberg or Jesse Eisenberg or one of those
Steinberg
people
or whatever. Yeah,
and I was like, no, let's not do that.
So there's got to be something like there's like a White Knights dance scene, like.
Oh, for sure.
Walter White Knights.
That's funny.
Taking it deep there.
I like it.
All of a sudden it takes a serious, like, Russian ballet turn.
I mean, we are talking
that's
about...
That's what wins you the Tony.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you got to really commit if you're going to get the Tony. We need the serious number in there in the midst of the underwear meth making. I like it.
Yeah. So that's it. That's 10. And, I think we need to revisit this one someday with some more shows. So y'all need to comment.
I was going to say it was a challenge to limit it to 10 for sure.
Seriously. And you give me a show. I will give you a song.
Clearly.
That's what I'm here for.
You want to sing us out?
No. I'm all sung out over you. Okay, there you go. You got it, dude.